In this video, we'll guide you through the process of exporting a personal vehicle from the US to Canada, especially for Canadian citizens returning home after a temporary stay in the US. We'll cover all the key steps and important considerations to make this process as smooth as possible. In today's video, we'll be discussing several key topics: understanding your situation as a Canadian citizen living temporarily in the US, the documentation required, how to file the automated export system and work with the ACE account, crossing the border efficiently, important considerations during the process, some advice and suggestions, and, finally, our concluding thoughts. You're a Canadian citizen who has been living in the U.S. under a temporary status such as an F1 student visa or a TN work visa, and now you're returning to Canada. While your vehicle has a Canadian title, it has been registered in the U.S. during your stay. The first step is to gather all of your essential documents. Since your vehicle retains a Canadian title, the process might be easier compared to exporting a U.S.-titled vehicle. Ensure that you keep your Canadian title ready as your proof of ownership, and make sure that your U.S. vehicle registration is current up to the point of export. The Automated Export System, or AES, is what you'll use to file electronic export information known as EEI to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. While individuals managing their own exports do not require an ACE account for EEI filing, it's typical to have all necessary information about your vehicle, such as VIN number, make, model, year, and its intended destination. Generally, an Employer Identification Number, EIN, is not necessary for such personal vehicle exports. Now, let's discuss the border crossing. Whether you are driving the vehicle yourself or hiring a shipping company, it's crucial to have all your documentation ready, including your Canadian title, U.S. registration, and any export filings. Be prepared to declare your vehicle when crossing. It's important to note that your vehicle not having a U.S. title might actually simplify the process since you've been in the U.S. under a temporary status. This means you are less likely to need to obtain a U.S. title. After reaching Canada, register your vehicle according to the guidelines of your new province without delay. Always confirm all specific requirements with U.S. Customs and the Canadian Border Services Agency, along with any requirements specific to your province or territory. In terms of recommendations, given your vehicle retains a Canadian title, the simplest method could be to drive the car back to Canada and then register it in your new province. Additionally, upon your vehicle's arrival, conducting a thorough safety inspection to ensure it aligns with Canadian standards is often necessary. If you feel uncertain about any part of this process, consulting an auto export specialist or customs broker could provide valuable guidance. Here's a quick quiz to test your understanding. What system is used for filing electronic export information to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection? Is it the AES Automated Export System, the BOS Border Outflow System, or the CES Customs Export System? You may pause the video now to think about the answer, and we'll discuss the correct one in the next section. The correct answer is AES, Automated Export System. The AES is the essential system used for filing electronic export information to U.S. Customs and Border Protection. This system ensures compliance with export regulations. Here is a flowchart illustrating the detailed steps of exporting your personal vehicle from the U.S. to Canada as a Canadian citizen with a temporary visa status. The flowchart provides a visual guide, beginning with understanding your situation, gathering essential documentation, completing the AES filing, planning for border crossing, to considering vital aspects during the process. To summarize, exporting a vehicle involves numerous steps, from understanding documentation needs, filing requirements, to navigating border crossing and inspection necessities. Consistent communication with U.S. Customs, the Canadian Border Services Agency, and relevant Canadian authorities is critical. Driving your car back can simplify the process, and seeking professional guidance will enhance your experiences if needed. Thank you for joining us through this journey of exporting a vehicle from the U.S. to Canada. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.